turn camera on. Alright, Chud, recording this one quick. I'm chuffing. I'm pretty worked up. Okay. I've spent so long working on this house shit, right? First time trying to buy a house. If I do manage to buy one, I'll be a once in a generation, because I'm the only person in my generation I know who's going to be able to own a house. We're looking at this super old house, single bedroom, pretty small, cute though, right? Really good vibes. Dank ass cellar, so iffy down there, huge concerns, big problems, right? I liked this house. I liked it too much. I could actually afford it. I guess that was one of the red flags. There's just no foundation. There's just no foundation under a couple of the walls. Oh, I am so frustrated. Okay, I have made so many phone calls. I've gone to places. I've talked to different people. I just, like today, I paid a gentleman $550 to spend, I think, around 2 or 3 hours going through the house, looking at the different details, figuring out what's fucked up with it, and he's going to write up a report for me, and I take no blame on the gentleman himself, because the quality of his work was very thorough and very good. But $550? Okay, so I'm out $550. That's fucking crazy, right? But then I've got to go back to the title company that I gave the $500 check to get that back, because if the home seller doesn't want to spend, I don't know how much fucking money repairing it, like, they're not, we can't afford that, right? Like, I'm broke. I can't afford to just put a new foundation in the house, right? The home inspector guy, like I said, he was very cool, very thorough. He took a lot of pictures. He was showing us like a little slideshow presentation about like what's fucked up and what's weird and wacky. And there's so many new red flags. He was like, yeah, so I noticed there's plywood on the outside of the house, and just behind that plywood is nothing. It just goes straight into the cellar. Because I guess erosion just eroded the fucking foundation away, and on behind the front porch, behind the front porch, right? It's just eroding. Water, like rain, just pools up there and just under the house. And there's like a sub pump down there to like pump out water, and it's jury rigged in a very illegal way, to just pump it out into the city's sewage instead of like into a water reservoir or something. It's so jank. There's so much crazy shit. Like, okay, it's an old house, so it's got multiple layers of siding. Normal. Siding layer number 3 is to cover siding layer number 2, because siding layer number 2 is all droopy and saggy from the fucking house not having foundation, and just it goes right. And I'm so not confident that this bitch is gonna fix this place, because we were like, it's one. I don't want to say the specific price in case like people track it down on like a housing website. So we're gonna use examples here. Let's say for example it was a $255,000 house, and we tried like, can we just see if we can get for $250K? She got like offended that we asked for like just like to pay for it a little less. Like, that's normal, right? And if buying a house, you try and lowball them a little bit so you can save any money. I guess we didn't lowball enough, because there's not a foundation. The guy was like, yeah, so this big central support beam in the middle of the room, this actually holds up the entire house. And if you go down, it's not in like any footing or floor joist or anything. Underneath the house, it sits on a brick. The entire house is held up by a wooden beam that sits on a brick. It's like right in the middle of the house. And it's here. And then the porch, right, has like a gap from erosion, so water can come right in. So water just goes right in, and eventually it's just gonna erode the brick away, and then the fucking beam's gonna come down, the whole fucking house is gonna collapse. That's fucking crazy. And now I need to talk to a fucking stonemason apparently about, because it's such an old basement. We need like masonry and like fucking like stonecraft and shit to build up the walls and shore it up, and like there's a bunch of points where like the wood is going right into the dirt, and if you don't know what's wrong with the wood going to the dirt, um, the dirt, the moisture from the dirt will soak into the wood, and that will make it rot away, and then it'll fall apart. And it's an old ass house, so there's a lot of wood. I'm drinking root beer because I can't drink actual beer, even though I'm stressed. I should have saved that cigarette for today. Oh my god, I feel so wasted having smoked it yesterday. I could have used that today. Maybe, 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 just one more couldn't hurt. No, no. Ugh, I'm kind of manic. I'm not gonna lie. I spent so long getting into this shit, and now it's like, okay, she's probably not gonna fix the house, right? So it's like, okay, time to apply for a different loan and a different house and different shit and do this all over again. And I think I'm gonna have to pay like $500 every time, like getting the place checked out by a home inspector. I'm I'm so over it, tubes. I can't. I can't. It's whatever. I hope everyone is having a better day than me, or I was gonna say a good day, but then you know what I mean. Just have a great night, and I'll see y'all later. Seriously, have a better night than me. This shit's fucking stupid. And I forgot to go back to the doctors and get my paperwork for returning to my job. I have to go to my job tomorrow. I don't want to have a job. I don't want to be employed. I don't want to have a job. Ah. That's whatever. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, tubes. I'll see you guys later.